Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I last uploaded, but I'm back and today's video is a bit different than usual. Well, usual in quotes because again I haven't been uploading for a while. But today's video is different in the way that it's meant to be more of a tutorial because this is the first the first weekly in which they included both the Venus Flytrap and the Cerberus, which means it's the first time we can get the Fire PUP without having to use the mirror toy from that one Wacky Weekly way back. That one Wacky Weekly was cool, the concept was very novel, and it was incredible to get all those pets that were previously impossible to get for the achievements and the ribbons. And I got most of them except for the Fire PUP and the Giant Ice Duck, because those two require your opponent to cooperate with you in many ways, like either with a falcon or with having the toy or the Cerberus themselves, and it was very hard to get because of it. It was RNG hell basically. So this is the first time where it's become doable and somewhat consistent. This strategy does still require a lot of luck. However, I'm gonna try to make it as straightforward as possible and as consistent as possible to replicate. Okay, here you can see my strat on turn 1, 2 and even 3 is to get 2 different pets so that you can get as many level ups as possible. 3 pets to level up is just too many and becomes very inconsistent to both set up and to keep for the right moment. So here I chose the Barghest, which by the way the Barghest is an insanely strong pet, like it's so good, it's so powerful, it's probably the strongest tier 1 in the game. And the Tsushinoko, which is like, it's okay, I wouldn't like recommend, if I had to choose 2 ideal ones, it would be of course Barghest and either Pig or Mosquito, because Mosquito is good in battle and Pig is good to sell. And here we get the star of this strategy, which before figuring out that this is what I had to do, this was hell, okay? The Wyvern. The Wyvern makes this whole strategy so much more consistent. The Wyvern here is the only pet that will keep through the entire game. Everything else from turn 1 to turn 9 will be sold, because this whole strategy relies on Wyvern, which is a tier 2, luckily. Thank God for them for Team Wood making it a tier 2, because if it was still a tier 3 it would be much harder. And 3 tier 6s, okay? Wyvern and 3 tier 6s, which is why the Wyvern is so good, because on turn 9 we can ensure that we can save up as many level ups as possible and then get as many pieces of the puzzle as possible. Here we do rip some level ups, 2 in fact, because there are 2 pets on tier 4 which are very good. The most important one is the Gharial, which is the only way to get Melon Armor, and this weekly the equipment is very bad. So Melon is the best option by far, so Gharial is the only way to get it. And the Manatee. Manatee is good because it buffs our Wyvern, which is again the only pet that we're gonna keep. And we need a big Wyvern because it's what we rely on to achieve stealing the Fire PUP from our team at the end. You'll see why. We need a big unit with Melon to ensure that we can get the Fire PUP. This strategy is somewhat consistent. It took me like 20 attempts to get it, which sounds like a lot, and it is, but it's way better than for the Wacky Weekly. So like, it's somewhat consistent, and to be fair, at the start I didn't have this strategy unlocked. Okay, and because we want a big Wyvern, you should focus on buffing it with the Just Right Pudding and the Drink Me Liquid, because both of those give you 3 stats. While the Fried Shrimp, for example, only gives you 2 stats, because it gives you 3 and then removes 1, so it's only 2 stats at the end of the day. Here we barely lose. Luckily, you shouldn't worry about lives too much, because as soon as you get to turn 9 and you get the pieces of the puzzle going, you should start winning. And sadly, the pieces of the puzzle are very... People are probably tired of them by now in this weekly, and in general, they're very strong pets. But you see, you've seen from the thumbnail, you already know. Here the Manatee sacrifices itself for us, thank you, your services are Very much appreciated, but no longer needed. And yeah, you can see even with this stinky ST, we can still scrape a win. So yeah, don't worry about it too much. As long as you have the bar guest and decent stats on your Wyvern, you should get out of it. Here the order does matter with the purchasing the Drink Me Liquid and the Just Right Pudding, because we wanted the pudding to give us attack, and if you use the pudding first, it would have given us health. So be careful of that. Ensure your Wyvern is well balanced with its stats, because you need a lot of health, but you also need a lot of attack. Here, sadly, we do run along a very strong team, which also has a Wyvern, probably going for a similar strategy. The Wyvern is such a good pet, dude. But yeah, we only have 1 life left. Again, don't worry about it too much. We reach to 9, which means we get the Leviathan. Yes, I know, the Leviathan is very strong and people are tired of it. And we get the Cerberus, which is very important. The Cerberus is the only way to get the Fire Pup, of course. Now that we have the Cerberus and a pretty strong Wyvern, we should start thinking and focusing on ensuring that we have a Venus flytrap in the shop. Like, dedicate most of your money to it, because dude, as the later you go, the harder it becomes to get the Fire Pup. You need to get it early, okay? If you don't get it before turn 15, you should probably give up. But as soon as you get it, never give up, because you can always do it even with 1 life, okay? As soon as you get the Fire Pup, like, assume you can win. Yeah, as you can see, the combo between the Wyvern and the Leviathan is so strong. Here we do still need more stats on the Wyvern to ensure that we can get the Fire Pup, as you'll see. Because we need a big front unit that can solo the entire enemy team and then die to let the Fire Pup spawn. And here, extremely important tech. Put the Oyster Mushroom on your Fire Pup and then use it to transform the Team Spirit into another Fire Pup. And if there's time, you can also put another Oyster Mushroom on the Team Spirit and use it to transform the Leviathan into another Fire Pup. Because, dude, you need as many triggers on your Cerberus as possible to ensure that you can get it as soon as possible. Here it's turn 10, so it's still very early and more than doable, and we run into a weak team, which is amazing, and it kills one of our Cerberus, so we end up with a team with only a 4 squad. Okay, you cannot guarantee this. This was lucky, but now we need to aim for the Venus flytrap, okay? Ignore the Cerberus, get the flytrap. This requires luck, of course. Try to freeze one as soon as possible. Here we have a 3 in 4 chance of getting the Fire Pup, so if I didn't get it, it would be extremely unlucky. Luckily, of course, we do get it, and this is where you sell your Cerberus, and this is your team. This is your team, and thanks to the fact that you got the Fire Pup early, you can focus on scaling it up as well, which is great. You need everything to be as high HP and attack as possible. The stats are incredibly important for this team to succeed. Because of course, you have 3 units without an ability and 1 unit that is only good in the shop. Well, okay, they have abilities, but they have no in-battle abilities. That's what I meant. Here I can start speeding up the shop phase, because, okay, you should focus on level ups, and your chocolates should be focused on the Fire Pup. Here the Venus Flytrap does become another way to get chocolate, of course, on your Fire Pup. You should put it in front of the Team Spirit, because it will have higher stats, but if you keep that back, you can ensure to get the Flytrap value. Here we get unlucky and we face a very strong team for turn 12. It was turn 12, right? Yeah. And we get on 1 life. Here I do a bit of tech. I put the Team Spirit on the side so that if I get a level up on either the Wyvern or the Fire Pup, I can get both of them to trigger at the same time. And it's just some extra stats. You need to optimize the hell out of this team. You need as many stats as possible. And dude, I know the Leviathan is so strong. Okay, this is a sidetrack, but I know the Leviathan is very strong, but dude, I love it. It's so much fun. You get so many level ups and you can craft the team you want. It's so nice. It's stats, it's level ups, it's gold. Like, even a level 1 Leviathan is basically a level 2 Swan, which is incredible. And yeah, here I decided to give chocolate to my team spirit because I was worried about the fact that I only had 1 life. If you have more than 1 life, focus all your chocolates on the fire pup. You don't want to risk getting to the end and you don't have a level 2 fire pup. That would be a fucking tragedy, let's be honest. Luckily it didn't happen to me in this grinding, but I hope it doesn't happen to anyone. Yeah. And now that we have all the level ups on the what? This is a good glitch. Now that we have all the level ups on the Team Spirit and the Leviathan, you should start transforming your Wyvern. Oh, I glitched out the game. I did not sell there. It's like, okay, you see after battle. I don't know how I did that. Ah, no, never mind, sorry. I just moved it. Yeah, I didn't sell anything, I just moved it somehow. But yeah. Now it's time to start transforming your... Yeah, this guy's also going for the fire pup. Dude, it's way too late, I'm sorry, you're not getting it this far. But yeah, now here the puppy is a good get, because if you get the toilet paper, it's an incredible toy to have in the late game. So here I decided to stop transforming it until I found the toilet paper. And here, thanks to the flounder frozen in the shop, we can stop focusing on leveling up the fire pup, and we can start thinking again about transforming. But I wait here even though I had enough gold, because again I want to see if I can get the puppy. Yeah, your only forms of level ups are chocolate, for the fire pup, are chocolate, flounder, and flytrap, which is decent, but of course you can't find it in the shop, so, because it's a secret pet, you can't find it in the shop. Cool team here, it's decent to try and get it, but it's way too late, bro, I'm sorry. 8 wins. We are nearly there. Fire pup is basically level 3, and now because it's I wanna get going, I decided to start transforming our puppy again, because I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna waste transformations. I don't need to level up the now tardigrade. There was a tardigrade in the shop, but it's not necessary because thanks to the flounder we can just level up both the now red dragon and the puppy, the fire pup. And now the red dragon is a great get, okay? The red dragon is good because it removes the back equipment if they have like melon and stuff, and it helps with trades. So yeah, I'll keep the red dragon, even though I could level up again. You could risk it and go for a tier 6, but it's good enough, so I'll stick with it. 9 wins, it's almost over. This is the final turn we can get to level up, so of course I froze these two because I didn't want to, these two foods, because I didn't want to risk having like drink me liquid in the shop, which you can't feed to the flounder, sadly. We get the toilet paper, which is amazing because it removes the front melon, which is very likely this late. Sell the puppy, buy the flounder, and we get all level 3s in this team. And the level 3 fire pup. It's incredible. Here, of course, the fish from the Leviathan is still gonna be the best option for the last team member. And here you just hope and pray. And if you somehow draw, you wanna get the team spirit also to 50 attack and 50 HP. But here we go. This is probably gonna be the final turn. Front melon actually gets sniped, which is very unlucky. But luckily their backline was bad and we get it done. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this tutorial is good enough for you to get the fire pup as well for a free-to-play player. If you're not free-to-play, you should probably do this in customs. It should be easier. But you know what, dude? I know there's a lot of free-to-play people who want to 100% the game, and if you want to 100% the game, you're gonna have to get the fire pup and the giant ice dog and all those secret pets. So yeah, Like the video, subscribe if you're not. I'm so close to 500 subs. Please help me get there. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.